and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you for tuning in to Monday YouTube Live. Hey, Winann, how are you? Just waiting to see who else is on. We might be the only ones tonight. Oh, there we go. Hey, Jennifer, Patricia, Karen, Jane. Okay, so everybody's here. The gang's all here. Not sure why it's not showing me who's on. There we go. Okay. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. I just got my mug today. Crafty, classy, and a little bit sassy. You can get this at the shop, Stampersdelightshop.com. Check that out. That's the apparel shop. Hi, Sue. Hi, Stacy, Donna. Oh, we got a lot of people on tonight. Great. I'm so happy you could all join me. And we are going to get started. The first thing I want to remind you is savings are in bloom. So you want to check out the 20% sale on 13 stamp bundles and also 20% on the mini cut and emboss machine. So you definitely want to check that out. Also, sign up for the Beyond the Horizon Paper Pumpkin is by March 10th, which is this Thursday. So you definitely want to sign up for that. This one is a special because not only does it coordinate with the Horizon bundle, you get an extra stamp set in there this month. So you definitely want to sign up for that one and see what that's all about. We also have the Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club. That one actually says the wrong, no, that's right, the Abstract Beauty. I'm thinking it was February. So you want to join Donna and myself for the Fun Fold, Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club, and everything is in the description or will be in the description below, okay? I'm going to flip the camera. I also want to remind you that my Waves of the Ocean collection monthly online class for March. Sign up for this is by Thursday also. Okay, so you definitely want to sign up for that by Thursday. There's 3 options, again, in the description below, or just go to Stampersdelight.com. My blog has all the information you need. With that said, I want to just let everybody know, whether you're watching me now on Facebook or YouTube. Well, right now it's YouTube. Later it'll be Facebook. I will be taking the next week off from lives, which means I won't be on Friday morning and I won't be on next Monday night. That doesn't mean I won't have updates on my blog with some samples, and it doesn't mean I might hop on with something quick. I am putting aside some time to revamp my newsletter and some other technical things I want to get done so that I can work better for you all. So again, I won't be on Friday morning and I won't be on Monday night. That means live. That doesn't mean that I won't upload something. So you definitely want to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. If you'd like to place an order with me, there's my March host code. Just go to Stampersdelight.com. And for the shop, just go to Stampersdelightshop.com. Okay, so what I'm going to show you tonight is I fell in love with this cute little set, Easter Friends. Now, it is just a bundle. I mean, just a stamp set. There's no dies or punch or anything like that, but it is so cute. And yes, it is a Easter set, but you can see it says, "Hey, friend. May your days bloom with joy and happiness." So it could be just, anything you want to make it. Oh, no, you'll miss me, Winann. I'm sorry. I also have to get ready for that big card buffet I'm doing the end of the month. Okay, so back to this set. This set is so adorable. And the stamps are over here, but this is the stamp set itself. It is on page 27 in the mini catalog. Now, if you missed my YouTube series, Scrapbook Sunday 101, this is what I did with the set. This actually wasn't in there. When I was putting away my stuff, this little heart came out, and I said, oh my gosh, everything happens for a reason. That fell out of something, and it fit right on my scrapbook page. So this was the scrapbook page I did on Sunday, and I did a little blends hack, which I'm going to do again tonight. Now, when I say it's a hack, it's something that I'm doing. It doesn't mean that Stampin' Up is for or against it. It's just something I'm doing to get more out of my blends when they start drying out. So you may want to keep an eye out. I'll be showing you that in a minute. Okay, so this was my Easter scrapbook page. Of course, there's some memories and more cards, and of course these little cute little guys. Okay. All right, so let me show you a couple of samples that I did with this set first. So this is one of our acetate boxes, and inside the paper is the Pansy Patch, or Pansy Patch, I think that's what it's called. And of course, some of our little petal pink ribbon, and I just added a few of these on there with a Happy Easter. So you can definitely have that, you know, give those out for Easter to some kids or adults, because inside I have some chocolate Easter eggs. I have to be up front with you. They actually had jelly beans in it when I first started putting all this together, but I ate all the jelly beans, so I had to run out and get something else to put in there. You can't leave candy around me. You just can't. So that's just a cute little idea for Easter. The next thing I want to show you is quick and easy card. I used the Hand Pens Memory and More cards. Now, even though that's a flower, you know, flower detail on there, it's still Eastery, springy. I just took that card, added some grass on a piece of white cardstock, and the grass, of course, is right there. And then I added these cute little guys, and I made a cute little Happy Easter. Okay, so here's a cute little Easter card, and I didn't even have to cut cardstock. I just used those memories and more card bases and envelopes. So don't forget, I will have still shots tomorrow on Facebook and tomorrow on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. The next one, I could not resist. That cute little chick right there. I'm going to bring it over here. Maybe you could see it better. I think this light is shining too much on it. Cute little chick. Well, you know what that reminds me of? Peeps. And I love Easter Peeps. 100% sugar. That's all they are, but I absolutely love them. Who's with me? Who loves your Peeps? So I made this cute little Peeps card. And you can see I used my blends and I made them all different colors. And this paper is sweet as a peach. And then, of course, I used some of the rhinestones from the new Oceans collection. So here's my little Peeps. It's making me hungry for those candies and those chocolates now. Thank you, Becky. Definitely share my videos. I'm almost at 10,000. Yay! I got 200 more followers to go and I'll hit 10,000. I'm so excited. Thank you to all of you. So there's another card that I did. Then, and this is the card I'm gonna actually do after I show you the samples. This is a pop-up diamond fold card. Now, this paper is from, I think this is the pansy paper also. It'll all be in the description. And you have that gingham. Love the gingham for the spring. I know the set is so cute. Okay, so here we have our little chicken, our little duck, and Happy Easter. And it's a pop-up diamond card. So when you set that up, and I'm going to flip the camera real quick so you can see, you can set that up. Well, let me get over this way. I never know which way to do this. There we go. So you can see this. Camera's over here. There we go. Okay. So you can see how that pops up. And you can leave that open so that somebody can have that on their desk or mantle. And you might be asking, well, where are you going to sign it? Well, what I did is I flipped it over, and that's where I had my card here. You don't do Peeps, but you love the chocolate marshmallow eggs. I like those too, Peggy. I like those too. There's not much I don't like when it comes to sweets. Okay, so the back of it is where I would sign it. Okay, and again, this is a diamond fold pop-out card. And it's really not that hard to make. There's several different versions of it out there on the web, wherever you're looking. I cut down things and I change things around to make it work for me. So cute. All right. Oh, they're so adorable. Thank you. Now, here's what I wanted to show you. Let me bring that in. So this is Easter. That's an Easter set. But these cute little guys, you can add Celebrating You because it's got Welcome Little One. It's got another Easter. You can also add One Happy Family. Congratulations. Sweet Little Baby, One Happy Family. So this makes a great baby card too. And if you didn't believe me, let me show you. So I did need a little girl's baby card for our neighbor that just had a baby. And this one says, Sweet Little Baby, One Happy Family, congratulations. And again, it pops open like that. And this is also the Sweet as a Peach paper. I thought it was appropriate for a little girl because it does have little flowers and stuff on it. You love the layout? Thank you. Okay, and of course on the back is where I put Welcome Little One. And that's where I would sign it. And of course I made the matching envelope. So that's my pop-up diamond fold. And let me show you how I made that. Okay, so I'm going to bring in everything that I have here that I need. And I write them on here just so I can remember. And then I'll put them in the description. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need a piece of your regular half a sheet of cardstock, okay? And you're going to score that at 4 1/4. This is so easy to make, as long as I don't make any mistakes. I'm going to score it there. Now, you need to make a Z fold for this, and you can either fold it back or score it at 2 1/8, whichever's easier for you. Okay, so I got 2 1/8. I usually actually just fold it back because I want to make sure it matches. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold that back. I'm going to grab my bone folder. And that's the start of my card right there. Okay, that's the base. The next thing I'm going to need is some paper. And this one is 4 by 5 1/4. That is going to go on the back side when I'm done. So I'll put that over there. I'll put all the dimensions in as soon as I'm done with the video, okay? Oh, you can definitely case this card. Case away, case away. You're going to need two pieces of white, and they are 2 by 5 1/4, and they're going to go right on here. Okay, so 2 of those. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, and those are 1 3/4 by 5. Remember, don't worry about writing this all down. I'm going to put it in the description when we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and add those panels right now, okay? Even this paper on the other side would go great. So think Easter, but think the annual catalog, all those great Designer Series papers for the spring. So I'm just going to add, I mean, this paper would have been cute too, but I'm partial to the gingham. I don't know why. Okay, so we're going to add that on there. So these 2 pieces go right down here. So again, I won't be on Friday morning live or next Monday live. I probably will have some videos that I will, recordings that I will upload. But I will be coming out with a brand new newsletter. And if you'd like to be on my newsletter, please email me or send me a message with your email. I got some housekeeping to do, we'll call it, okay? So there's the start of that. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, and I don't have it here. Where's my other piece? Let me go grab that. I almost forgot my base. Sorry about that. Okay, one piece I forgot was the piece in here, which is also going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Thought I had it all together. Okay, so we're going to do 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. That's what I thought this piece was, but it's not. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. Actually, I'm going to layer the white on here. I need 2 whites. So the first white is 4 by 5 1/4. This is why I tell you don't take the directions down. And I am going to cut this at 3 3/4 by 5. That's the one piece I was missing. Trust me, the measurements will be right. Okay, so I'm going to add that into here. So that's going to be right there. This would look cute too, actually, wouldn't it? What do you think? You think I should change it up a little bit and have the flower side? Here it looks. Here's how it looks with the gingham. So do you think I should do some flowers, or do you think I should do all gingham? What do you think? Just waiting to see if anybody wants to answer. Gingham or flowers? I'm going to take the first one that comes up that I see. There's the flowers. Here's the gingham. Remember, this is the way the gingham all looks, which I'm partial to, but. Okay, let's see. Nobody do the flowers? Okay, Jill, you got it, because you were the first one to answer. Let's do the flowers then. This one's going to be flowers. Oh, yeah, everybody's saying, oh, all gingham, flowers. Flowers won. So we're going to do the flowers on this one. And this is going to get layered right inside there. Okay, so the white is 4 by 5 1/4, and the designer series paper is 3 3/4 by 5. So that fits nicely right in there. So there's my base. Now I need to do a couple of other things here. Okay, so I have 2 little pieces of white for my diamonds. And I have, these are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And this is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. So these are going to layer right on top of there. So those are my diamonds for the front. Okay. But before I do anything, I have to stamp. So I'm going to bring in a piece of paper here, and I'm going to stamp my 2 little images. So the first one I'm going to do is my little duck, my little chick. And for the chick, I'm going to tell you, he's going to go on the bottom here, all the way to the bottom, because you see the sentiment is going to go over that a little bit. So I'm going to stamp him all the way to the bottom. I'm going to bring in that cute little duck. And I'm going to put him closer to the top, although he fits pretty good on this. Okay, now, let me show you my hack. Okay, so I'm using the light pumpkin pie, and I am going to use the bullet or nubby end. I know it's called a nubby end. I like calling it, I know it's called a bullet. I like calling it a nubby end. So I'm just going to color that in. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight. And here's what I want to show you. Okay. The normal markers should look like this. When they're nice, working right, there's your point, right? Right there. But what happens over time from usage, and I'll show you this one, they start getting, see how it's just like there's nothing to it, and it's all fraying. When it gets to a certain point where no more color comes out of that for me, and that point is just destroyed, what I do is I cut that point off. Now I'm going to try to show you in a good light here. You see how there's no point there? Again, this isn't recommended by Stampin' Up. I'm just saying this is how I get all my ink out of it. Now, you can't get into little crevices because there's no point, but you can get some color in there. And because blends are so forgiving, I can just add some dark color in there. But look how dark that is. That's how much ink is still in this marker. So then I'm going to bring in my light Daffodil. And that again has been messed up. So I'm just swirling it around. These markers are very old. They've been used a lot of times by my classes and myself. And I'm just going in here and coloring it up. You see how much ink is still left on here. Let me bring in the Saffron. And again, you can see this is the dark one. Same thing happened with this. Okay, the tip of it got ruined, but I can still use it by doing this. Even if I was to color to the side of some of these, especially my crumb cake, which I finally did throw out, there was no ink left on it at all. But once I cut that point off, I got a lot of color back in there. So I'm going to go in with this. So before you throw it out, try that. I mean, you're going to throw it out anyway, right? So what do you got to lose? You either like it or you don't. Mine happened to work for me. Okay, so there we go. Okay, we're going to add a little Wink of Stella. Okay, so we might as well do all the stamping of the little guys here. Okay, well, no, actually, let's layer this up before I lose those pieces. Okay, so we're going to glue that down in a diamond shape, just like this. Yeah, I knew there had to be a way to get all that ink out of there. Okay, so there's my 2 diamond pieces. We'll put those aside. Now I have 2 more diamond pieces. These are a little bit larger. This is a 3 by 3, and this is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that layers right on top of that. This is where I'm going to use my bunny. So for my bunny, I don't have to ink up the whole bunny. He's not going to fit all on there. But what I am going to do, you can see that I'm going to have to cut off part of this point when I put him inside. So I am actually stamping at a point, but over towards this side. It may look a little off to you right now, but it will make sense in a minute. So let's go ahead and do some coloring with that. Okay, so here is my dark crumb cake. I'm just going to add some color here. I like to use the dark color first. I know some people use the light first. This is just the way I do it. I'm outlining it in the dark. Should have used the nubby end on that, but that's okay. All right, now I'm going to bring in my light. Blend that all up nicely. And this is what I meant. See, that tip is starting to get a little light, but there's still a lot of ink on here because this is a newer marker. I want to get him nice and colored up. Of course, you can make the bunny a different color. Gray, pink. Easter bunnies can be any color, right? All right. Now what we're going to do is I am going to layer it right on here. I'm using Stampin' Seal. You can use Tombow. I will be using Tombow in a few minutes here. Okay, there's my large one that's going to go inside. We're going to move this right out of the way so I don't get my hands in it. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to add those points. Okay, so this is why I had this little guy at the top, because he's going to be tucked under here. Okay, so you're not going to, I didn't want to put him in the middle because you wouldn't see him. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my Tombow. I'm going to start with the bottom one. And remember, you're only gluing half of this. So I'm just going to put some Tombow right here. That should be plenty. You could also use dimensionals if you wanted to put the dimensionals. Do it with dimensionals. And I'm doing the point to point. Okay. And if you're asking questions, I will let you know. Everybody likes that blender hack, huh? I have some more. I'll have to write them down and show you. I'm definitely one to get everything I can out of my products. Okay, so this one's going to go right on top there. So we are going to go with this. So Winnie Ann, I know you're still on here. This would make a beautiful Easter card for that new grandbaby that you have. Right? Okay, and I'm just going to add that right on top. Just like that. I'm going to let that dry, and let's do the inside. So you see that little piece inside there? That's what makes this pop out. And that piece is going to be, let's see, where did I put that? Okay, 3x4. So I need a 3x4 piece of cardstock. I don't want to use white. I'm going to use the fresh Freesia so it doesn't show as much. So I'm going to bring this in. I didn't have a small piece already cut. So let me cut this at 3 inches and 4. Oh, and then I'm going to score it. Okay, so on the 3-inch side, I'm going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inch. Oh, I just cut it. That's why I always have an extra. Get that out of the way. Okay, 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. Okay. That's what's going to make that little pop-up thing. So I am going to fold this, really burnish it well. And then these two pieces are actually going to get glued inside. So this piece is going to go right here, and this piece is going to go in here. So it looks almost like a square, like that, and it's going to get glued in there. Now again, I'm going to use Tombow so that I can move it around if I need to. So the first thing I'm going to do is put this right in the middle where that score line is. Wow, we got a lot of people on. Oh, Winnie Ann, you were thinking about that too, huh? Yeah, this is definitely a gorgeous, cute Easter card, but also a great baby card. I have another one. I have to do another baby card, but I can't do this. I already did this one, right, for a baby, and I can't do the same card because my friends, both her children are having girls, so I don't want to give them the same card. Okay, so what you're going to do is in the crease here, you're just going to fold that over, and this will fold in, and you can just hold it down for a minute. So there's your square inside. Okay, so that's going to dry in there. Now, while that's drying, let me just show you why I stamped him all the way over. If I glue this piece in there, when you close that, it sticks out. So you have to cut off some of this. For me, the best way to make sure I had the right cutoff is I took the opposite corner like this, and I used my bone folder, and I just gave myself a little mark. I don't like to use pencil or pens because I'm just a messy one. So I got an idea right there. So now when I flip it over, that's the part that's going to get cut off. So I have a little bit of a tick mark there. And less is more, which means cut it, put it inside like this, and ooh, look at that. Just a teeny bit over. So I can just cut that just a tad more, straighten it out a little bit. Okay, that's all I needed to do. So now when I glue that inside, you'll see when I close it, it will still fit in the envelope. This is over just by a hair. It'll probably still fit in the envelope, but let me show you how to cut it again. So you're just trimming off a tiny bit here. What do you think so far? You love this card? Thanks, and it's so easy. So he's going to go right in here. Now, this one you don't have to use Tombow. You can use your regular adhesive if you want. You're only going to put a little bit in there. You're going to tuck that right in here. Press that down so when you open it, ta-da! Pop-up bunny card. Okay, so now let's get some strips here. These strips, the white is about 3 3¼ and this is about 1 inch. They might even be the same size. They're just strips I had left over, and I make them work for my cards. So I am going to go ahead and bring in my fresh Freesia. You love it? Yeah, it's so easy, Karen. I know. I'm all about easy, trust me. Okay. There's my Happy Easter. I'm just going to take my paper snips. Love my paper snips. So my kids out in California love this paper snips too. I put them in their stocking every year. Okay, and that's a little bit, I want it a little bit wider than that. So let's bring in one of those pieces that I had cut by mistake. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to grab that. Come on. And we're going to glue that down. Just going to have a little bit of a border. Now, I can trim this off with paper snips, but I don't trust myself. Trust me. Anything longer than that, I need my paper trimmer. Okay, and now we have the Happy Easter. And that's going to get put right on here. That is going to be put on with dimensionals. Oh, thank you, Denise. Now, when you do the Happy Easter, another thing I should have said, you only want to put it, make sure you don't put it over too far. So here's my Happy Easter. He's actually going over this, okay, when you pull it up. So you don't want to have any glue there. So I'm just going to go ahead with 2 dimensionals and add that right here. So cute, so cute. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm going to grab another piece of white, which is the 4 by 5 1/4. This one's got a little goober on it, and that's going to be for the back side of my card. And this is where I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Okay, so I am going to bring in, since it says Happy Easter, wishing you warm and happy wishes this spring. Of that piece, there we go. I want it on this side. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to bring in my Granny Apple Green for my little grass. Put some little grass there. I am going to bring in that cute little chick again. I'm going to put him right on the grass there. And then just color him in. You can see this is getting very, very wobbly. I will be cutting that right off because, look, see how blobby it is? I can't use that. So if I cut that off, I can get more color out of it. I'm going to use the nubby end. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my Daffodil Delight. This is the dark. Just throw some color in here. And then I'm going to grab the light and blend that up. Nice thing is once you do that and you're just trying to get the rest of your ink out, you don't care if you're being careful with it because it's going to go in the garbage soon enough. But get as much ink out of these as you can. I'm going to take my Stella. And then let me put that on the back. Flip that over. Lay that right on the back here. Grab my envelope. And here's that piece that I had left over. So I can use the gingham or the flowers. I'm going to use the flowers since I used the flower on the inside. And I am going to just use that extra piece for my envelope top. I guess everybody really liked that little hack, huh? So I am definitely going to have to tell you about some other hacks I have. I just have to get rid of something on here. Remove that. There we go. Okay. Now to finish it off, there's my card. There's my matching envelope. I'm going to bring the other ones back in, but for this one, I'm going to use my pastel pearls. I know we forget about those, but this is the time of year I like to use them because it's spring, or will be spring. So I'm going to add some pearls here. And then what I like to do on these kind of cards is put maybe a pearl here and then put one on the inside, because what happens is it looks like you're looking at a flat card and you have that pearl there, but when you open it up, you see that the pearl is on the inside. So did you like this card? I am in love with these cards. I love making them. They're so easy. So let me bring in the other ones and you can tell me which one's your favorite. The one we just made? He's so cute. I didn't put any Winkostella on him, did I? Oh my goodness. Can't have him with no Winkostella. Poor bunny. There we go. You could even put a little sentiment in there if you wanted to. So there's the one we made. Here's the one with the gingham. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Here is the baby card. And then, of course, we have the Easter card with the memories and more. And we have our little Peeps card. I want to eat you up right now. And then we have the little acetate box with some chocolate eggs in it. And of course, we have the scrapbook page that I did yesterday for Scrapbook Sunday. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. And tell me which one you liked best. I hope you all have a great, great week. And I will see you in about a week and a half, I guess it is. I won't see you next Monday, but I will see you the following Monday. All right? So until then, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.